12 o'clock. Time to reach for mobile water. Mobile water, unique in every way.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Citi News.
It's midday. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Citi Prime News, live from our studio at number 11. Dr. Martin Lupin at the Bakar Accra is also live on our partner stations across the country and around the globe on citinewsroom.com. My name is Caleb Kuda. Coming up, Ghana Education Service insists the poor performance of the 2024 WASI candidates is a true reflection of their output.
Management of GES views the 2025 WASI results as a true reflection of academic performance of the candidate. The outcome is a credible representation of students' abilities.
Meanwhile, stakeholders blame the dwindling performance of candidates on the political interference, demanding an independent process.
Let us allow the educational system to be absolved from the nuances and the idiosyncrasies of government and politicians. Let us produce results that reflect the true academic status of the student.
Also coming up, feuding parties in Boko arrive at the Mensha Palace as Asantehene Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II concludes mediation processes. Still ahead, President John Dramani Mahama forwards petition seeking the removal of the special prosecutor and the electoral commissioner and her deputies. And later, farmers and buyers cash out at the second edition of Citi FM and Channel 1 TV's Agri-Fair with a demand for more.
I wish they would do it more than once a year, honestly. So, honestly, Samens, please, we don't want once a year. Prices are great.
We are live across the country on our affiliates in the Western region. This is Beach 105.5 FM, Sky Power 93.5 FM, both in Takrady, the Bono region. This is J Live 95.5 FM in Sunyani. In the Ashanti region, we are live on Focus 94.3 FM in Kumasi. This is Orange 107.9 FM in Kumasi. In the Volta region, we are live on Revival 99.3 FM, Tajapu. Radio Bimbila is in the northern region, 91.9 FM. You're listening to us on Tanga, 93.7 FM in Bolga in the upper east region, and Pure 100.5 FM Navrongo. In the upper west region, we are live on Tunsong, 97.3 FM in Wa, and Jirapa, 96.1 FM.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Thank you for staying with us. Let's head over for details of our stories now. And the head of public relations at the West African Examination Council, WAEC, John Kapi, says the sharp decline in performance of the 2025 WASI results is not final, as withheld scripts are still being investigated and could change the overall picture. Core mathematics recorded a major jump in failures from 6.10% in 2024 to 26.77% this year, while social studies rose from 9.55% to 27.50%. WAEC PRO John Kapi tells Citi News that although the trend is worrying, strict monitoring with GES support helped keep exam malpractice.
We look at the results that we brought out. We have indicated clearly that these percentages represent the results that we have published. So that means that if we release the rest of the results, especially with the ones that are withheld, that is, if they are not found culpable, it probably could change the narrative as you see it right now. But then I think that for now, whatever it is that we have put out there is representative of the performance of the candidates this year. Certainly, it's a concern because as an examining body, you expect that once you've, put out syllabuses, once you have, asked that candidates prepared in a certain way, and then the exams are taken, and this kind of outcome is recorded. Obviously, it's a cause for worries. We sent out our monitors there, and indeed, they were also able to discover certain things that were unacceptable as far as the conduct of the examination is concerned. And so we think that with this monitoring, we're able to clamp down on issues of examination malpractice.
Meanwhile, the council also says it expects all withheld results of 908 candidates and the entire results of 158 of them to be resolved and released by the end of December.
For the ones whose subject results have been cancelled, they were cancelled because of foreign material that they brought in. There are also those whose subject results have been withheld or cancelled. Obviously, that is because of one infraction or another. Then for those whose results have been withheld, they are as a result of certain discoveries made by the examiners while they were marking the scripts. And so they reported to us and asked that we withhold those results in order that we are able to ascertain the veracity of the suspicions, the allegation made against them. And if they are not found culpable, we are going to release the results. But if they are, then the appropriate sanctions will be brought against them. Once we conclude that the candidates are not culpable, we go ahead and release their results. So we are working, and we want to ensure that by the close of the month, all the results would have been released.
John Kapi also disclosed that 35 persons, including 19 teachers, were implicated in exam malpractices as 2 teachers have been jailed, with the other cases expected to be concluded by the end of the year or early next year.
We have 35 persons, 90 of whom were teachers who were, arrested. So we have had them prosecuted. A number of them we have 2 teachers who have been incarcerated, one for 8 months, one for 3 months. Some of them also have been sentenced to several, penalty units, and so those are fines, basically. So the rest of them are still being processed. Some of the cases are pending in the courts. Others are being processed by the CIDs who are investigating. And so we believe that by the close of this year or early next year, would have all these cases prosecuted.
John Kapi is Public Relations Officer at the West African Examination Council, WAEC. The National Association of Graduate Teachers, NAGRAT, has called on the West African Examination Council, WAEC, not to allow political interference in the West Africa Secondary School Examination, WASI, which would lead to what he calls a massaging of the results. President of NAGRA, Angel Kabono, in an interview with Citi News, said it will lead to the schools producing lower quality students for universities.
But we need to look at things critically. That does it not look interesting that over the past 7 years or 6 years, children under the same system were purportedly doing well, and that those same children who wrote their exams in May, June, just all of a sudden are not doing well. That should be agitating our mind, because the current students who wrote these exams are part of the same group of students who wrote the exam 6 or 7 years ago. Now, when I did a comparison between these results and the fair free senior high school results, I see the same outcome, where students started attacking the former president, if you remember. I see the same performance. So maybe WAEC should be able to be talking to us and be honest in whatever they say, to explain the difference in the results. Let us allow the educational system to be absolved from the nuances and the idiosyncrasies of government and politicians. Let us produce results that reflect the true academic status of the student.
Angel Kabono is the president of NAGRA. Still on education, the Ghana Education Service says the 2025 WASI results generally reflects candidates' abilities, dismissing claims by former Education Minister Dr. Yawase Aduchum that poor performance stems from managerial failures. In a statement, GES rejected suggestions that teachers' allowances were cancelled, stressing that strict measures were implemented this year to protect exam integrity. Here are excerpts of the statement, which are read by Melody Fafa.
Management takes note of attempts by Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, immediate past Minister for Education, to attribute the performance of students in the 2025 WASI to unsupported management practices of GES. It is not true that the GES has cancelled any allowances due teachers as claimed by Dr. Educhum in his engagement with some media houses. Indeed, the Controller and Accountant General's Department has publicly clarified reasons for the non-payment of the November allowances for teachers. GES urges the public to disregard the statements made by the former minister regarding the 2025 WASI results and treat them as an attempt to shift focus from his shortcomings in managing the examination process. Management of GES views the 2025 WASI results as a true reflection of academic performance of the candidate. The outcome is a credible representation of students' abilities. Prior to the examinations, the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Service issued a firm directive that any teacher or official found aiding or abetting malpractice during the examinations would face strong sanctions. This was rigorously enforced. The 2025 WASI was conducted under heightened invigilation, strengthened supervision, and strict adherence to examination protocols across all centers. These measures significantly resulted in apprehension of some students and staff who would have engaged in examination malpractices.
Excerpts of that statement by the GES read by Melody Fafa-Kwatufe. President John Dramani Mahama has forwarded 10 petitions seeking the removal of Special Prosecutor Kisia Jabing and Electoral Commission Chair Jean Mensah and her 2 deputies to the Chief Justice. Filed by private citizens, the petitions accuse Mr. Jabing of incompetence and abuse of office, while those against the EC leadership raise concerns over management and accountability. Chief Justice Paul Bafuboni will determine whether a prima facie case has been established. The Awutu Senya East Municipal Security Council has declared the area a no-go zone for criminals ahead of the Christmas season. The council says it will deploy large numbers of security personnel and carry out covert operations to track and arrest suspects. Speaking to Citi News, MCE Seth Saba Sawonu Banini said security officers' leave has been suspended to ensure enough personnel are available for public events and to maintain safety throughout the festivities.
We are having full deployment of uniformed personnel and non-uniformed personnel in the municipality. With these numbers coming in, it means that we are going to get increased number of deployments to the various places, public places as well. Not only will you see uniformed people, but a lot more will appear in Mufti to also help in intelligence gathering. We want to use this opportunity, this medium, to sound the alarm to anyone that would want to foment anything criminal. The men and women in our security are in high spirits. You would only find yourself at the wrong place of Christmas should you attempt to do that. We have a mission to ensure that Kaswa is safe.
Said Saba Sawonu Banini is Municipal Chief Executive for Awutu Senya East. Meanwhile, Member of Parliament for the area, Phyllis Nakoyo Okuno, has launched the Light Up Kaswa initiative aimed at restoring non-functioning street lights to improve visibility. With an initial 2,000 LED lights, the MP has pledged to conduct routine replacements and maintenance of street lights within the municipality while prioritizing commercial centres.
It's not just about fixing of the lights, it's also about maintenance. So while we fix, we are going to do periodic maintenance of the street lights so that we see to it that it is well taken care of, and it also serves the purpose for which it was done. We know that city lighting plays a major role in security, and we are doing this together with the security officers so that this Christmas we would all enjoy certain strategic areas that we have really focused on station is the Kaswa GPRTU, the terminal station, where we find a number of people going there to patronize our church rolls and all that. And then also another place is the markets.
Member of Parliament for Ewutu Senior East Phyllis Na Koyo Okuno there. You're still listening to the City Prime News live from our studio at Tadabaka in Accra. My name is Caleb Kuda. Still ahead, feuding parties in Boko arrive at the Mensha Palace as Asantehene Otumfuo Setutu II concludes mediation processes. Stay with us.
City Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank account too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Momo or card if you're abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana cedi into 500 times more. And the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
This Christmas Eve, skip the ordinary and step into the extraordinary. Welcome to the Situation All White Party 2025, where the music never stops, the energy never drops, and the fun never ends. Celebrating grand style with great music, irresistible food, and an atmosphere that screams good vibes only. Date 24th December 2025. Venue Good Park near the Accra Mall. Time 8 p.m. till late. Dress code, it's an all-white affair. Get ready for electrifying live performances from Kofi Kinata, Perez Music, Inchin Chin Band, and DJ Mingle. Wear your best all-white fit. Bring your dancing shoes and let's light up the night together. Book your tables now. Call 0205-973-973. It's Christmas Eve. Don't miss it. The Situation All White Party 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM. And it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Bethel Logistics, and Hallmark Cafe.
City Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Thank you for staying with us. Parties involved in the protracted Boko conflict have arrived at the Mensha Palace as the Asantehene Otumfuo Setutu II concludes the final phase of mediation. There is a heavy security presence at the palace with strict checks in place as the peace talks proceed. This process is expected to mark a crucial step toward ending decades of tension and restoring lasting peace to the Boko area. Let's go over to the phone lines and speak to our Middle Belt Bureau Chief, Hafiz Tijani. Hafiz, good afternoon to you. If you can hear me, what more can you report?
Well, so the parties just arrived, as you mentioned. So first, we had the delegation from the Kusasi faction who just arrived at the Mensha Palace some 30 minutes ago. And then some 5 minutes ago, we also saw the arrival of the delegation from the Mampusi faction. So the meeting point is the auditorium of the Jubilee Hall here at the Mensha Palace. But when you go to the major entrances of the palace, you have both military and police keeping guard at some of these entrances. And then you have barricades also erected on major roads leading to the Mensha Palace. So checks are being done. Motorbikes are not allowed in here. Even the delegation which are coming inside the Mensha Palace, they are being inspected. and also the bus that conveyed them, the chiefs and other sub-chiefs from these traditional areas who are entering the Jubilee Hall, the auditorium for the mediation talks. They are also being screened by police officers who are also keeping guard at the main entrance of the auditorium. And those checks are being done for even the chiefs who are coming to participate in this. But if you go outside of the palace, you see supporters of the Mapusi and the Kusasi factions. You know, most of them also reside there, and others have also come all the way from the various areas, Boko and other areas within the north to join in this.
Very well. Many thanks to you, Hafiz Tijani. Thank you for your update. Officials of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture are warning of a growing trend of farmers in mining communities in the Ashanti region abandoning agriculture for illegal mining. They say the shift threatens food security, especially in Amansia Central, West and South, where farming and mining are likely key livelihoods. Now, the Amansia South District Agricultural Director Millicent Alua Aka says widespread destruction of farmlands by Galamsey is worsening the situation and putting the agricultural sector at a serious risk.
I would say averagely good, but we are being challenged because of the Galamsey. A lot of farms have been down because of the Galamsey. So currently where we do have a lot of farming activities going on is Nipa and Chirimia, where now this year, that's where we want to let or have the Farmers' Day celebration. For them, their land is untouchable. That is the little I know. And we are being challenged of labor because looking at when they go for Galamsey, the money that they will get, and when they come to farming, as in agric, comparatively, it doesn't matter. There is that disparity. So they prefer to go to the Galamsey rather than doing the farming.
Millicent Alua Aka is the Amansia South District Director of Agriculture. Now, research scientists are warning of a sharp decline in cocoa production in the Wasa Menfi West municipality, blaming worsening climate pressures and the spread of illegal mining. Speaking at a stakeholders meeting in Asankwegwa, a senior research scientist at CSIR Forestry Research Institute of Ghana and project lead at Preferred by Nature, Dr. Shalom Adodanso says erratic rainfall, rising temperatures and destruction of cocoa farms by Galamsey operators are severely reducing productivity. He described the situation as increasingly alarming and called for urgent interventions.
There's a decline in productivity because the cocoa is aging. When we're coming, you could see some of the cocoa that they don't look too nice. Then, so there's even government project that we're looking at rehabilitation, cutting down the very old that are not producing, so they can rehabilitate and get to. There's also problem with soil degradation. There's disease, and also now the mining issue, the Galamsey issue that is affecting cocoa. Then in terms of resilience, there's climate change, and here, particularly within the landscape, it's been seen that the temperatures are really gone up. We have a lot of erratic rainfall, and it's affecting. Then also there's also degradation at the ecosystem level. Then you see that because the land is degrading, there's a tendency to now open up the forest.
Dr. Shalom Adodanso is a senior research scientist at CSIR Forestry Research Institute of Ghana. NPP flag bearer aspirant Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is urging his fellow contenders to run a decent and respectful campaign ahead of the January 31 primaries. According to Dr. Baumia, the party must remain united, adding that a cohesive NPP can win the 2028 general elections regardless of who becomes flag bearer. He called on supporters to prioritize unity over internal rivalry.
And that is what formed the United Party, and that still remains the heart of the MPP. We are not tribalistic inherently, that we are a united party. And so what we should look at is what unites us more than what divides us. Of course, from time to time, you may have utterances that come in from people, but that is, to be expected in a very broad party. But at the end of the day, we should understand.
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is NPP flag bearer aspirant. Now, calls for Citi FM and Channel 1 TV's Agri Fair to be held more frequently intensified after the November edition closed on Sunday. The 3-day fair attracted thousands of patrons who praised the event for connecting farmers, agribusinesses and consumers. Many attendees described the Agri Fair as a vital platform for promoting local produce and supporting Ghana's agricultural sector, urging organizers to consider hosting it more than once a year. There is more in the following report by Daniel Sakite.
For 3 days, the November edition of the Agri Fair, which opened on Friday, transformed the Ifua Sutherland Children's Park into a vibrant hub, drawing farmers, processors, agri-tech firms and input suppliers. The fair showcased everything from seedlings and fresh produce to packaged foods, all within a bustling atmosphere of sales and customer engagement. Exhibitors described this year's event as one of the most impactful, citing increased visibility for their brands, stronger customer leads, and the rare opportunity to engage directly with buyers and other agribusiness stakeholders. Many also recorded impressive sales.
Okay, so far they have been consistent visitors to our stand so far. Yeah, so thereby increasing our sales. Estimate, I can say we've made over 30,000 Ghana cedis, of sales. Yes, this past 2 days. Yes, any other day. Yeah.
My colleagues who participate, the first one told me about the sales, how people patronize and enter. It was good. They really made a lot of sales, and today myself I can testify. Because I was here yesterday and it wasn't bad at all. And today, like this, we're very busy. Since morning I said, Stanley, people are still coming. As I'm speaking with you, I finished about 3 people too that others that I have to do. So it's really me good. It's a very good initiative, and I thank the organizers so much for introducing such, a fair. And I think this thing it has come to stay. That, if every twice or even 3 times in a year, I think it will help.
Patrons who trooped to the grounds on the final day expressed satisfaction with the variety and pricing of the products on display, especially as the festive season approaches. They also commended Citi FM and Channel 1 TV for the initiative and called for the Agri Fair to be held more frequently.
I've gotten myself some potatoes, orange flesh potatoes, some onions and tomatoes. Yeah, I intend to get myself some local rice, some plantain. Yeah, at least when I get these things, I'm covered. I think I heard some men say on air on Friday that they intend to do it November thing. I wish they would do it more than once a year, honestly. So, honestly, some men, please, we don't want once a year. Prices are great. The prices are great. The prices are great.
It's really good. It's a good idea, and Citi FM should keep it up. Citi FM and Channel 1. I came again because I took the things I bought home yesterday, and my mom saw it, and she sent me back with a whole new list. So I came to do shopping for my mom. She wanted fruits and vegetables and some tubers as well. This is for Christmas. This is for January also. Really good. I think comparatively, compared to the stores, the markets, Makola, this is much better.
It should be a normal occurrence, something maybe every 2 months, 3 months, so that, nowadays things in the market are very expensive and everyone is blaming the market woman, but at least here we get interacted with the actual supplier, which brings the price down. So I think it's a good thing. Maybe the organizers will take my advice.
Patrons took part in the Agri-Fair training clinics, which offered hands-on knowledge sharing sessions. One of them, Serafina Wepare Ayoko, traveled from Navrongo to participate in the training sessions. She shared how the knowledge gained will support her work.
We partook in the fish training, and it was very impactful because initially I just learned on my own from the internet and then also just from hearsay. But when I attended this particular program, I was able to demystify some of the activities that we are supposed to do and what we are not supposed to do as farmers, and it was very, very impactful.
The head of events and partnerships at Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, Fema Edunyami says the station is encouraged by the strong turnout and positive feedback, adding that the next edition will be even bigger and better.
So in terms of patronage, people have heard about it already because of the first one. So we've doubled the number of exhibitors. In fact, for patronage as well, you can tell that the number of patrons were recorded in the maiden edition. It's not anything close to what we are seeing now. Even on day one, that was on Friday, you saw the volumes of people who came in. So it can only keep getting better, and bigger.
This year's Agri-Fair was powered by Chad 1 TV and Citi FM with sponsorship from the Horticulture Business Platform, Development Bank Ghana, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, GESAL, Ghana Exim Bank and Agri Impact, and support from Trillium Industrial Company Limited.
Daniel Sakite's report ending the Citi Prime News, which came to you live from our studio at Adabaka in Accra with me, Caleb Kuda. There's more news when you log on to citynewsroom.com. Good afternoon.
Citi News. We speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302